Okay, so we're going to be doing our study guide. I'm going to go through this kind of quickly so the video is not too long. So if I am going too fast, just feel free to pause it so you have time to write or rewatch if you need to. So the first problem, we are writing 3.0876 times 10 to the fourth in standard form. Sorry, 10 to the negative fourth. So since it's 10 to the negative fourth, I am going to move to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill in the zeros. So the answer is 0.00030876, which is this one, B. Next one, write 20,650,000 in scientific notation. The decimal is right here right now. I have to move it till I get to a number between 1 and 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2.065 times 10 to the 7th. It's the positive 7 because this is a big number. Oprah Winfrey's net worth is estimated at $3,500,000,000. What is her net worth written in scientific notation? So we're going to move the decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's a really big number, so it's positive 9. So it's A. Express the following as a power of 10. This is kind of like the last test we took. We're just going to add the exponents. So negative 3 plus 15 is 12. So it's 10 to the 12th. Evaluate and express the result in scientific notation. Okay, so since we're multiplying, we don't need a common exponent here. We can just multiply these numbers. So 4 times 2 is 8, or 8.0, however you want to rate it, times 10 to the, we're going to add the exponents since we're multiplying, so that's 10th. So the answer is C. Okay, number 6. The steps Darren took to write 1,650,000,000 in scientific notation are given below. What error did Darren make? Okay, so it looks like he moved 8 places and he said 16.5 times 10 to the 8th. So he said that written in scientific notation, this is what it is. But this is not scientific notation because this number is not between 1 and 10. So you really should have moved over one more place, right? And then it would really be 1.65 times 10 to the 9th if you move one more place. So let's look. Darren should have moved the decimal in front of the 1. In front of the 1? No. Since Darren moved to the left, the exponent should be negative 8? No. Darren moved the decimal 8 places. He should have moved the decimal 9 places. That is the answer. Evaluate and express the result in scientific notation. Okay, so we have division here. With division, we just divide our first two numbers. 12 divided by 3 is 4, or 4.0, times 10 to the, we're going to subtract the exponents, 7 minus 3, and that's 4. Answer is D. Okay, evaluate each expression. The distance from the Earth to the Sun is 93 million miles. Write this in scientific notation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9.3 times 10 to the 7th. It's a positive 7 because it's a really big number. And I'm going to write miles because it's in miles. The distance from the Earth to the Moon is 2.4 times 10 to the 5th. Write this number in standard form. Okay, so 2.4, since it's to the 5th power, we're going to go 5 times to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fill in the zeros. So there's 4 zeros. So 240,000 miles. Find the sum or difference. Write your answer in scientific notation. For this, you're choosing 10 or 11 or 12 or 13, and it's going to be the same way on the test tomorrow. You're just going to choose 2. You don't have to do all 4. So let's start with these, this number 10. So we have 4.3 times 10 to the 6 plus 5.5 times 10 to the 6. So this one's easy because they actually both have a power of 6, so we don't have to worry about changing that. So we're just going to add these numbers, 4.3 plus 5.5, and that's 9.8. So it's 9.8 times 10 to the 6th. Super easy. Okay, this one, these don't have the same exponent. We have a 5 and a 4. We're going to take out of the largest one. So 7.4 times 10 to the 4th. We took 1 out, minus, I'm just rewriting the rest, 4.4 times 10 to the 4th. Since we took out a power of 10, we have to bring it back in. So 7.4 times 10 is 74 times 10 to the 4th minus 4.4 times 10 to the 4th. Now we're going to subtract. 74 minus 4.4 is 69.6 times 10 to the 4th. This is not in scientific notation. I'm going to move it over one more place. 6.96, which makes this exponent go up 1. 6.96 times 10 to the 5th is the final answer. Next, we do not have the same exponent. We're going to pull out of the bigger one, so I'm going to take 1 out to make it a 6. So we have 6.4 times 10 to the 6th times 10 to the 1st minus 3.1 times 10 to the 6th. I took out the 10, now I'm going to bring it back in. 64 times 10 to the 6th minus 3.1 times 10 to the 6th. 64 minus 3.1 is 60.9 times 10 to the 6th. This is not in scientific notation. I have to move it over one more place. 6.09, which makes this exponent become a 7. Okay. And this one's an easy one because we have the same exponent, 10 to the 3rd. So I'm just going to add 3.6 plus 2.5. 3.6 plus 2.5 is 6.1 times 10 to the 3rd. And you're done because that's in scientific notation. Okay, next we have product or quotient. So we have multiplying and dividing, and you can pick 2 tomorrow. You don't have to do all 4. All right, so with multiplying, we multiply the coefficients. So that's 27 times 10 to the, we add the exponents. This is not in scientific notation, so I'm going to move it over one place. 2.7 times 10 to the 13th. I made this number smaller, so I have to make this number bigger. Okay, this one's division. We're going to do 3.0 divided by 1.5. That's 2 times 10. And we are going to subtract the exponent since it's division. So -4 minus 3 is -7. And that is written in scientific notation, so it's done. Next one, multiplication. So 9 times 2 is 18 times 10 to the multiplication means we add. -6 plus -4 is -10. This is not in scientific notation, so I'm going to move it over one place. 1.8 times 10 to the, I have to add 1 to the exponent because I made this number smaller, so I have to make this number bigger. So that brings this to a -9. Okay, this one is division. So 8.0 divided by 2.0 is 4 times 10 to the, we're going to subtract -7 minus -4 Be careful of that double minus. So this becomes a plus, so now it's -7 plus 4, which is -3. And this one is done. All right, 2 word problems. The population of crowded town is 4 times 10 to the 6th, and the population of empty village is 8 times 10 to the 3rd. How many times the population of empty village is crowded town? So we're going to put the bigger one on top, which is 4 times 10 to the 6th, and we're going to divide it by 8 times 10 to the 3rd. Since it says how many times greater, how many times the population of empty village is crowded town, when you see how many times, you want to think division. So dividing these, 4 divided by 8 is 0.5 times 10 to the, subtract the exponents, 6 minus 3 is 3. This is not in scientific notation, so we're just going to move it over one place, and that's 5. We made this number bigger, so we have to actually make this number smaller now. 5 times 10 squared. And last problem. Jerry walked 9.0 times 10 to the -3 miles. Johnny walked 10 times as long. How far did Johnny walk? So all we're going to do is we're going to take 9.0 times 10 to the -3, and we're going to multiply it by a power of 10. Just one power of 10, because he walked 10 times as long. So now that's 9.0 times, we add the exponents when we're multiplying. So -3 plus 1 is -2 miles. And that is it.